Greetings, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. We have such a monumental day in the contest because, of course, Book 2, Act 1, Chapter 1 has officially arrived. In fact, you can click that icon and play now. And I know so many people, my colleagues on YouTube, the best of the best non-YouTubers that are in the top alliances, like my man Triumphant, you're all ready to jump in and finally complete new challenging content. I'm going to be completing new challenging content in my life in the form of grading final projects. So I'll check in if you're watching this and you use a certain unique counter for a path that you think is really important to help your fellow summoners out take on this new Book 2 Act 1, and you want to send it my way and we can throw it on YouTube, and it's just a couple minutes long, and to help people, I am all for that. But I'm not going to be jumping in it myself, which is why, if you notice in my in-game inboxes, I have not claimed the Act 6 compensation because, well, I'm not going to have all those items used right now, and they're just going to go into my overflow. What's interesting is that the same time that the Act 6 compensation hit, which for those of you who are affected, in my case, 12 energy refills. That's a lot of units worth of energy refills. They're still giving the energy bundle back, which, as a reminder, is $5. It includes a champion boost and level 2 revive. If you really need energy, it's fine, but it's the start of the month, and with the Act 6 compensation, it's an inconvenient time for the calendar for Kabam's income to set this. If they hadn't come out with the Act 6 compensation, then they did the energy bundle, I bet a lot of whales would have bought it, or in-gamers, I should say, would have bought it, just to save on energy for all the paths that they're looking to maybe fully explore Chapter 1. But with that being said, we do have Ascendant bundles. So this is for those of you who are Uncollected and Conqueror and Proven. So we are going to go now and check these things out. They are Ascendant gambles, as I like to call them, because unfortunately you have this very little control over the crystals and a huge risk. Let's look at the Greater Ascendant bundle. It's 400 units to start off. 1 Tier 2 Alpha. 1 Tier 3 Class Catalyst Crystal should be a selector at this point in the game. A Greater Ascendant Crystal, which is most likely going to give you Tier 4 Basic Fragments or Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragments. Very rare chance for a Tier 4 Class Catalyst as a fully formed, which is crazy because now that I watch Thronebreaker Crystal so much, you can get that easily off those dailies, but of course this is for people who won't be Thronebreaker for a long time. 400 units, it really is at most the value of 200 units. It is one of the worst ways you can spend your units. If you're watching this and say you're proven, you want to spend those units on mastery cores to improve your masteries for the game. Now we have an Epic Ascendant Crystal. This thing, Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst, but only a 6% chance. Mainly it's going to give you Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments in general, which I think are about half of a Tier 2 Alpha, and a 20% chance for Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals, which suck. God, you already get those, 25 of those there. For 850 units, right? We're talking about $30 worth of units. You should get not one, but 2 fully formed Tier 2 Alpha for that price now, at least. And instead, you might get half of a Tier 2 Alpha. Again, just terrible value. This is like, Kabam doesn't want to make money today. Now, this is more than $50 worth of units. The same price that if you're patient enough and say you're a Thronebreaker or Cavalier, you can get a Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector of about 10%. We've seen that several times in the past month. Still 3 Tier 1 Alphas, 9,000 Tier 5 Basic, which at this point is nothing given the Glory Store improvements. And then the Supreme Ascendant Crystal, which I basically look at this thing as like an Alliance War Crystal. Yeah, it's going to be a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha or a decent amount of Tier 5 Basic and a very small percentage of, what is it, like 10% maybe, 4,500 of a Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment. But you can't control this. This thing should have, in addition to this Supreme Ascendant Crystal, at least 1 Tier 2 Alpha included, at least 500,000 gold, and I would say half of a Tier 5 Basic. We've seen that in other offers. Now, given those offers tend to be for cash and not units, but still they're about the same price. And if you want to get mugged once, why not get mugged 5 times? It's the same offer we saw like a year or two ago. So they're keeping the price the same, even though the game has evolved so much since then, and it's so much easier to get Tier 2 Alpha and Tier 5 Basic. It's like they don't understand the economy of their own game, even though they talk constantly about how that's what they're monitoring in terms of lowering the price of things or offering more availability, or even eventually rolling out the 2 items that I think we're all kind of nervous about, which is Tier 6 Basic Catalyst and Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst. So all 3 of these items would be C's at best 2 years ago, but now they're all F's. So how do you celebrate Act 2, Book 2, Chapter 1 kicking off? With 3 failing grades. Why not give people a bundle that gives them a chance to get that 6-star Corvus that they want to take in, or 6-star Agam? Why not have a bundle that's designed to help you take on Book 2 with a crystal that's a 5 or 6-star crystal? This would have been the time. If there's ever a time to release this crystal, release the next version of the legendary crystal that gives you a 20% chance at a 6-star and an 80% chance at a 5-star, and make all the champions in it God tier or higher. That's how you get people on board to spend their cash when Book 2 releases. And we're going to end this by just seeing for the life of me what this looks like. Because Book 2, The Union, which is interesting because when I teach college, I always talk about the Student Union, is now live. And I look forward to seeing what it looks like. It's even interesting to see the skull symbol with the ×3 by it. I got to be honest. I forgot what that means. But I'm also locked into some much lower content, a.k.a. that uncollected monthly quest. Holla. All right. Good luck to everybody. If you have certain champions that you think are really making it easier for you to save units, hit me up. But I'm going to be mostly off the line chat, mostly just grading for the day. That will be my my journey. So please take this as a sign that I wish you the best of luck, summoners. And if you have tips for your community and your fellow summoners, it's always great to share them.